Yes. Let us recall the angle between the two lines when L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2 are the DCS of two lines is given by cos theta is equal to L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2. Now, one of the conceptual application is if L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2, L3, M3, N3 be the DCS of three lines which are equally inclined to each other, then the DCS of a line which makes an angle theta with each of the three lines having the DCS L1 plus L2 plus L3, M1 plus M2 plus N3, N1 plus N2 plus N3. If L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2, L3, M3, N3, if L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2, L3, M3, N3 be the DCS of three mutually perpendicular lines, then the angle which makes equally with the three lines having DRS L1 plus L2 plus L3, M1 plus M2 plus M3, N1 plus N2 plus N3 is dash. You see, if L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2, L3, M3, N3 be the DCS of three mutually perpendicular lines, then the angle which makes equally with the three lines having the DRS L1 plus L2 plus L3, M1 plus M2 plus N3, N1 plus N2 plus N3. Okay. Now let us see how we can make out this one is. The proof of this one is very simple. Now, since L1, L2, M1, M2, N1, N2 is equal to 0. Why? Two lines having DCS L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2 are perpendicular. Therefore, is equal to 0. Two lines having these two as a DCS, that is L2, L3, M2, M3, N2, N3 is equal to 0. Next, L1, L3, M1, M3, N1, N3 is equal to 0. These are the conditions for three mutually perpendicular lines. So therefore, now what I do is, let us start. Now cos theta is equal to, right? Cos theta is equal to, I can write this one as, yes, L1 plus L2 plus L3 into L1. Why? This is the line which makes equally with what? This line, this line, this line. Let it be theta. So therefore, let us find out if theta is the angle made by the line having the what? DRS. Okay, DRS with the lines having the DCS. These are the DCS, these are the what? DRS. Now, let us take this one as what? Root 3. How it is? Let us see. Next, M1 into M1 plus M2 plus M3 by what? Root 3. Next, N1 into, or else better you write this one as a K, You take this as a k. Let us find out k. I will show it separately. N2 plus N3 by k. But before doing this one is, I can write cos theta is equal to, take L, this is L1 square, L1 L2, L1 L3, M1 square, M1 square, next M1 M2, M1 M3, next N1 square, N1 N2, N1 N3, whole divided by k. Whole divided by k. So therefore, let us see what is k. Why? This is, I want the length, the magnitude of this line, means DCS I want to convert, because this is the formula to find out the angle between the two lines having the DCS. Let us, this length as what? K. This as k. This as k. We will find out later k. So therefore, L1 square plus M1 square plus N1 square is equal to how much? 1. Next L1 L2, next M1 M2, next N1 N2 is equal to 0, right? Or else I will write this one as L1 L2, M1 M2, N1 N2, next L3 L1, M3 M1, N3 N1, right? This is over. Anything is left over? That is L1 square, M1 square plus N1 square. It has a 1. Next L1 L2, M1 M2, next N1 N2. Over. Next L1 L3, next M1 M3, next N1 N3. Whole divided by what? K, right? Whole divided by k. So therefore, now according to this, these are the three mutually perpendicular lines. Therefore, now their angle between them is what? 90 degrees. Therefore, L1 L2, M1 M2, N1 N2 is equal to 0. L2 L3 plus M2 M3 plus N2 N3 is equal to 0. L3 L1 plus M1 M3 plus N1 N3 is equal to what? 0. With that data, I can write this as 0. I can write this as 0. So therefore, cos theta is equal to 1 plus 0 plus 0 by k. Therefore, cos theta is equal to 1 by k. But what is k? Let us find out. Okay. Now k is nothing but, yes, k is nothing but the square root of what? That is this one having the what? DCS, DRS, L1 plus L2 plus L3. So therefore, L1 plus L2 plus L3 whole square. This is M1 plus M2 plus M3 whole square plus N1 plus N2 plus N2 plus N3 whole square, right? Now this is nothing but expand it. L1 square plus L2 square plus L3 square, M1 square plus M2 square plus M3 square, N1 square plus N2 square plus N3 square, L1 square plus M1 square plus N1 square is nothing but a 1. Next, L2 square plus M2 square plus N2 square is equal to 1. So therefore 1. Next, L3 square plus M3 square plus N3 square is equal to 1. So therefore plus 1. Later, now 2L1 L2 plus 2 into L1 L2 plus L2 L3 plus L3 L1. Okay. In this bracket, 2 into M1 M2 plus M2 M3 plus M3 M1. In the last bracket, N2 into N1 N2 plus N2 N3 plus N3 N1. Followed? Let us combine in a cyclic order. Okay. Why? We have a data here. L1 L2 M1 M2 plus N1 N2 is equal to 0. Correct? So therefore, now 2L1 L2 2M1 M2 plus 2N1 N2. Take 2 common factor. Therefore, L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 is equal to 0. Next, 2 into L2 L3 plus M2 M3 plus N2 N3 is equal to what? 0. Next, 2 into L3 L1 plus M3 M1 plus N3 N1 is also equal to what? 0. So therefore, on the whole, this length is equal to how much? Root 3. Followed? So therefore, I can write k is equal to root 3. But we proved in the previous result as what? 1 by root 3. Therefore, theta is equal to how much? Theta is equal to pi by, that is, okay, let it be. You take this one as what? Theta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by root 3, whatever the relevant value, you can take it into granted. So therefore, now whenever a line having a DRS L1 plus L2 plus L3, M1 plus M2 plus N3, next N1 plus N2 plus N3 as the DRS, when it is making equal angle with three mutually perpendicular lines having the DCS L1, M1, N1, next L2, M2, N2, next L3, M3, N3 is given to be theta is equal to what? Cos inverse of 1 by root 3. So therefore, let us recall once again. Now these are the three mutually perpendicular lines. Therefore, cos 90 is equal to 0 for 3 times for the 3 lines. So therefore, L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2 is equal to 0. Similarly for these two, right? Now coming to, now a line having the DRS are making equally, makes equally, so angle which makes equally with the what? 3 lines having the what? DRS, means the angle between, now having this DRS with this line, with this line, with this line will be what? Same. So let us go for finding the angle between the what? The required line and the what? First line L1, M1. No, so I will go for what? L2, M2, N2. Yes, you can go by that method also. Instead of L2, M2, N2, you can also go for what? L3, M3, N3. So therefore, cos theta is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3 by K. Why? Its length we do not know. Why? This is the angle between the what? 2 lines having a DCS. So therefore, these are not a DCS, they are DRS. Here L1, M1, N1 are the what? DCS. Therefore, I wrote as a what? DCS. This is a DCS of what? Required line by K. K I found out here. So therefore, cos theta is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3 into L1 by K, M1 into M1 plus M2 plus M3 by K, N1 into N1 plus N2 plus N3. Instead of L1, M1, N1, you can take L2, M2, N2 or L3, M3, N3. The same thing you are going to get, right? Why? It makes an equal angles with the what? 3 lines. Okay, so therefore, now you multiply L1 square, L1 L2, L1 L3, M1 square, M1 M2, M1 M3, N1 square, N1 N2, N1 N3 by K. Now L1 square, M1 square plus N1 square, 1. Next L1 L2, M1 M2, N1 N2. I have taken L1 L3, M1 M3, L1 3. We have proved already they are what? 0. So therefore, cos theta is equal to 1 plus 0 by K. Therefore, cos theta is equal to 1 by K. What is K? K is the length of this line. Okay. Now this is given to be square root of L1 plus L2 plus L3 whole square plus M1 plus M2 plus M3 whole square, N1 plus N2 plus N3 whole square. Expand it. Wherever you come across L square plus M square plus N square, you can make use of 1. And wherever you come across L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2, you can make use of 0. Next, similarly, L2 L3 plus M2 M3 plus N3 N2 is not common, 0. Similarly, I can go for what? L1 L3 M1 M3, next N1 N3, that's also equal to 0. So therefore, I got it root 3. Cos theta is equal to 1 by K. Therefore, theta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by 3, in which the what? The line having the DRS L1 plus L2 plus L3, M1 plus M2 plus M3, N1 plus N2 plus N3, which makes an angle theta with the what? 3 lines having a DCS L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2, L2, L3, M3, N3 is given by theta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by 3. The required line makes an angle cos inverse of 1 by root 3 with first line, with second line, as well as what? Third line. What is that? Theta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by root 3. Yes. So let us recall the concept of angle between the two lines and are equally inclined. Now if I take A is equal to 1, 2, 2, B is equal to 2, 3, 6, C is equal to 3, 4, 2. the DCS of a line equally inclined with OA, OB, OC, where O is the what? Origin. Okay, let us find out. Yes, come on. DRS of OA bar. O is equal to 0, 0, 0. A is equal to x1, y1, z1. What is the DRS of a line segment joining x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, okay? So therefore I can write 1 minus 0, 2 minus 0, 2 minus 0. Therefore this is nothing but 1, 2, 2. So therefore DCS of OA bar is equal to 1, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3, right? So now next you call this as, okay, next DRS of OB bar. Yes, come on, x2 minus x1, 2, 3, 6. I can write DCS of that is OB bar. Now its length is 4 plus, okay, 36 plus 4, this is 49, 7. Therefore 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 6 by 7. Once again, square root of 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 means what? 13. 13 plus 36, it's a 49. So therefore now you go for what? DRS of OC bar. DRS of OC bar is 3, 4, 2, right? So therefore DCS of OC bar is nothing but, now the length is 9, 9 plus 16, 25, 25. 25, if I go for this one is 3, okay, 25 plus 4, 29. If I take this is 144, 144, better take what? 12. You take this as 12. So therefore this is nothing but 3 by 13. Why? Its length becomes square root of 9 plus 16. 9 plus 16, 25 plus 144. So 9 plus, that is 25 plus 144, 169. 169 means what? 13. Therefore 4 by 13. Now this becomes 12 by 13, correct? This is how I got it. You take this one as C, 3, 4, 12. Okay. So therefore now coming this one is DCS of OC bar as 3 by 13, 4 by 13, next 12 by 13. Now I want to find out, he is asking now where the DCS of a line which is equally inclined with what this one is. I am going to take let L, M, N be the DCS of a line, of a required line. Equally inclined he is asking. Equally inclined means what? Cos theta is equal to, now I can write cos theta, right? Cos theta. Cos theta is equal to, yes, no, this with this DCS. Where is the DCS? DCS of OA bar. So therefore L by 3, 2m by 3, 2n by 3, right? 2n by 3. 2n by 3. Now this is equal to, I can write this with 1. 2 by 7, 2 by 7, 2l by 7, 3m by 7, next 6n by 7. Now this equal to, next you take 3 by 13 into L, 4m by 13 into m, next 12n by 13, right? Now you select these two. Now its angle is what? Between first two lines, next second two lines, next third and first line is what? Same. Let us select these two. Therefore L by 3, 2m by 3, it's equal to 2n by 3 is equal to 2l by 7, next 3m by 7, 6n by 7, right? Now you cross multiply, it's a 7l plus what? 14m plus 14n is equal to 6l plus 9m plus 18n, correct? Now you transfer this side. Now this becomes 7 minus 6, it's about L, next what? 5m, next minus 4n. You call it as 1. Next. Now, so you go to this one is first and third line. first and third, so therefore 13L, next 26M, next 26N is equal to 3 into cross multiply. This is 9L is equal to 9L plus 12M plus 36N. Okay, now you transfer this side, 4L, next 14M, next 26 minus 10N is equal to 0. Yes, come on, divide by what? 2. So therefore 2L plus 7M minus 5N. You call it as 2, right? Now solve. Yes, solve 1 and 2. Therefore L, it's a M, it's a N, right? Start with middle term, coefficients of what? M. I can write F5. Yes, now this is what? 7. Next minus 4. Next minus 5. Next that is 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. First and last is same. 5, 7. This into this, this into this, this into this. Once again L, 5, 7. Okay. Next 4 minus 5. Okay. Next 1 and 2. Right. First and last is what? Same. Okay. So therefore L by minus 25. Next plus 28 minus of minus plus. M by minus 8 plus 5 is equal to N by, that is 7 minus 10. Therefore L by 3, M by minus 3, N by minus 3. So therefore now I can write always direction cosines are proportional to what? 3. When the direction cosines of a line are proportional to 3 positive real numbers, then okay, 3 real numbers, then those 3 numbers are what? Direction ratios. So therefore now he is asking the what? Equally. Now DCS, now L is to M is to N. So therefore DRS of a line is equal to 3 minus 3 minus 3 is equal to 1 minus 1 minus 1. So therefore DCS of a line is given to be 1 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3. This is how we can find out a DCS of a line which is equally inclined with the what? 3 lines. Now once again you see A is given, B is given, C is given. Then DCS of a line which is equally inclined with the OA, OB, OC, where O is the origin. Now I found out DRS of OA, DRS of OB, DRS of what? Next OC. Next DCS of OA, DCS of OB, DCS of what? OC. Now let L, M, N be the DCS of a required line. Now since this line is equally inclined with these 3 lines, therefore cos theta is equal to L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2, L2 L3 plus M2 M3 plus N2 N3. Next L3 L1 plus M3 M1 plus M3 N1. Both are equal. Now this is equal to this. Now this is equal to this. Now if you want, you can go for this is equal to this also, you can go for it. So it makes no difference. So therefore first and second I went for this one is, now cross multiply 7L, next 14M, 14N, next you cross multiply 3. So therefore 6L, 9M, next 18N, transfer 7 minus 6L, 14 minus 9, 5M, next 14N minus 18N minus 4N, called as 1. Now first is equal to last. So therefore you cross multiply 3 into 3L, 9, that is what? Now 13 into what? L, 13L, 26M, 26N. That is 3 into 3L, 9L, 3 into this one is 4M, that is 12M, next 36N. Transfer this side, I got it 2L plus 7M minus 5N. So therefore solve this 1 and 2. Start with the quotient of what? M. I got it as what? DCS of a line. Sometimes he asks another question. This is the first question. The second question they will ask L plus M plus N is equal to dash. Add up this to 1 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3. This and this get cancels. Therefore sum of the direction cosines of a line is equal to minus 1 by root 3. This is how you can so establish the concept with equally inclined. One line is equally inclined with the what? 3 lines. Those 3 lines may be mutually perpendicular lines or ordinary lines. Okay. Look here. The proof of this one is very simple. He's asking It's just a concept of what? Angle between the two lines with perpendicularity. Now, DCS of a line perpendicular to both the lines, but the angle between the two lines is 30 degrees. So therefore, just now we discussed about when three lines are mutually perpendicular to each other, then we have found out the DRS of a line which is equally inclined with the what? Three lines. Here I am supposed to find out a DCS of a line which is perpendicular to both the lines. Let us consider L, M, N be the DCS of a line. Okay, let be the DCS of line which is perpendicular to both the lines having DCS L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2. Then L1, M1, N1 is equal to 0, meanwhile L2, M2 plus N2 is equal to 0. So therefore, if you take this into consideration, this is 1, this is 2. Now you solve 1 and 2. Therefore, L, this is M, this is N. You start with the M coefficients. I can write this one as M1. Next one is what? M2, N1, N2, that is L1, L2. The first and last one is same. Okay. Now you find out L by M1, N2, M2, N1, M by N1, N2, N1, N2, next N by L1, M2, M1, L2. So therefore, already when any three real numbers, as I told, any three real numbers are said to be direction ratios of a line, they must be proportional with what? Direction cosines. So therefore, the quantity under the denominator, they are not a DCS, they are what? DRS. So therefore, DRS of a line which is perpendicular to both the lines is given to be, I can write here, DRS of a line is equal to, that is M1, N2 minus M2, N1, next N1, N2 minus N2, N1, that is L1, N2, next I can write this one as L1, M2 minus L2, M1. These are the DRS of a line. I want to find out the DCS. He is asking the DCS of a line perpendicular to both the lines. I want to find its length. So therefore, take this K as, let it be what? So length. The length is equal to, okay, length is equal to, or else before this one is, let us find out what is that? R is equal to a square root of, yes, M1, N2 minus M2, N1 whole square. Next, N1, N2 minus L1, N2 whole square plus L1, M2 minus L2, M1 whole square. Now by using Lagrange's identity already we come across in the earlier. What is Lagrange's identity? So L1 square plus M1 square plus N1 square into L2 square plus M2 square plus N2 square minus L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 whole square is equal to m1 m2 plus m2 n1 whole square plus n, that is n1 L2 minus L2 L1 whole square plus L1 M2 plus L2 M1 whole square. So therefore, you are in the what? RHS. I can write by using Lagrange's identity. I can write this one as L1 square, that is M1 square plus N1 square. This is L2 square, M2 square, N2 square minus, I can write L1 L2, M1 M2, N1 N2 whole square, right? So therefore, now coming this one is, okay, this is given to be 1, this is given to be into 1, this is also what? 1, this is also 1, minus, this is nothing but cos pi by 6 whole square. Why? Because the angle between the two lines having the DCS L1 M1 N1 L2 M2 N2 is what? Pi by 6. So therefore, now I can write this is the formula to represent the angle between the two lines. I mean cos theta is equal to L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. Here theta is equal to 30 degrees. Therefore, it's a cos 30 whole square. I can write this one as, that is 1 minus root 3 by 2 whole square. Therefore, this is nothing but 1 minus 3 by 4. Now, this is nothing but 1 by 2 I can write. So, therefore, the length of this one is what? R. So, I can write DCS of a line. The DCS of a line is equal to, DCS of a line is equal to, you can go for this one is, that is M1 M2 minus M2 N1 by 1 by 2. Similarly, you can also write, okay, here also 1 by 2, here also 1 by 2. This 2 comes here, therefore 2 into M1 M2 minus M2 N1. Next, N1 L2 minus N2 L1. Next, L1 M2 minus L2 M1. So therefore, if you compare here, he wants K. Therefore, K can be written as like this. Therefore, K is equal to what's the answer? 2. Okay. Once again, you see, now if L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2 are the DCS of two lines whose angle between them is 30 degrees, then the DCS of a line perpendicular to both the lines. Perpendicular to both the lines means LL1 plus MM1 plus NN1 is equal to 0. LL2 plus MM2 plus N1 N2 is equal to what? 0. Or NN2 is equal to 0. So therefore, next solve 1 and 2. I got it this one as the DRS of a line which is perpendicular to both as M1 M2 minus M2 N1, N1 L2 minus L1 N2, L1 M2 minus L2 M1. This is the what? DRS. I want DCS. DCS means by R, by R, by R means length. You take this as a R. So therefore, R is equal to square root of this. By using Lagrange's identity, this is an RHS, this is LHS. So when this is equal to this, now this is by using the relation between the direction cosines of a line, I can write this as a 1. This is also 1. This is the angle between the two lines having a DCS L1, M1, N1. But he has given angle between the two lines as what? 30 degrees. So therefore, I can write it's a cos 30 degrees. Therefore, 1 minus root 3 by 2 whole square. It's a 1 minus 3 by 4. It's about 1 by 2. So therefore, DCS of a line is given to be what? Now coming to, let us start. Look here. Once again, the concept of how to find out the DCS of a line which is perpendicular to the two lines. And compare with what? Previous problem. When L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2 are the DCS of two lines, then I found out the DRS of a line as well as DCS of a line which is perpendicular to both the lines. How? Let us take L, M, N as a DCS of a required line which is perpendicular to the given two lines. We went for L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2 is equal to 0. With that concept, later we solved that relation. Instead of that, I go in a what? Other method. just taking the what? A lift from the what? Vector algebra by using the cross product of two vectors. So if I take this one as, if I take this as A bar, if I take this as a B bar, if theta is angle between them, this is nothing but A bar cross B bar. This is what? Collinear with n cap. A cross B is a vector which is perpendicular to the plane containing A bar and B bar. So therefore, nevertheless, A cross B is a vector perpendicular to the two vectors A bar and B bar. Two vectors is nothing but a two rays or nothing but a lines, we call it as. With that concept, what I do is first I found out. So now DRS of A is given. So now I'll go for this one is, the solution of this one is, now OA bar cross OB bar, I'll find out. Now this is nothing but I, this is J, K. You go for 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 2, 1. Yes, come on, expand it. This is nothing but 1 minus 2 minus j into 1 plus 1 plus k into minus 2 minus 1. So therefore minus j. This is what? Minus 2j minus 3k. So therefore this is nothing but OA bar cross OB bar. So therefore DRS of OA bar cross OB bar is nothing but minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. I can also write 1, 2, 3. Why? Because when A bar, B bar, C bar are the DRS of a line, then KA, KB, KC are also DRS of the same line. Meanwhile, A by K, B by K, C by K are also what? DRS of a same line. So therefore, instead of taking minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, I went for what? 1, 2, 3. These are the DRS of OA bar cross OB bar. I want DCS. Now DCS of, that is OA bar cross OB bar. I can write this one as, now this is 1 square plus 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 9, root 14. So therefore 1 by root 14, 2 by root 14, that is 3 by root 14. So therefore I can write the DCS of a, and now DCS of a line, DCS of a line, DCS of a line which is normal to both OA bar, OB bar is given by 1 by root 14 is 2 by root 14, 3 by root 14. This is how you can find out a DCS of a line which is normal to both the lines, or DCS of a line which is perpendicular to both the lines.